Look at those nice socks my mother made. Yeah, this is some new format I'm trying out. Just talk about stuff I think about right now. The remake of one of my favorite games of all time is out. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Part 2, or Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 Rebirth. And I just want to talk a little bit about it. So yeah, me and Final Fantasy VII. I was maybe 11 years old, like 1996, 1997. Yes, I'm a little bit older. And I saw like a magazine here in Germany, which was about video games. And I was used Super Nintendo games, Sega, 16-bit, 8-bit, like pixel graphics. And I saw PlayStation for the first time at a friend's house, and it blew my mind. And I saw in the magazine like one picture about Final Fantasy VII because it was coming out like in a couple of months. And I saw the Scorpion boss, the first boss, and only the picture. And it blew my mind. I thought, this is how games could look like? And I was already really into JRPGs, Mystic Quest Legends, Secret of Mana, Terranigma. I already knew this was my favorite genre. And I saw that picture and I thought, goddamn, I have to play this game when it came out. Only this one picture blew already my mind so much. And it came out a couple of months later, and I never had any console because I wasn't allowed to have one. And I always had to go to friends and play there all the games with my friends. And one of my friends in my class, he bought Final Fantasy VII, the big case, 4 CD package. And he said he didn't like it, he wasn't interested. And he said, I told him, yeah. And he said, yeah, sure, I can lend you it. And I said, what? Okay, well, yeah, of course. And he lent it to me. And we had the other guy in the class, he had a PlayStation, and we put it in. And I knew this was just mind-blowing, and this was one of my favorite games of all time. And it is, till to this day, Final Fantasy VII. The original, and with all the other parts which are on this game. It's I thought about it, it's my second favorite game, I would say. What is my favorite game of all time? That's a story for some other day. And yeah, it blew my mind. But I couldn't only play it at my friend's place, and I went back home and I was always thinking about this game and how great it was. And some years later I got my own PlayStation. The first game I think I bought for it was Final Fantasy VII. And it was the first time I really played the whole game. Because at my friend's place we were just in Midgar. So I have never seen all the rest of this awesome game. And I thought about, before I get the new Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, I will get me the Integrate Final Fantasy VII, the first part, remake for the PS5. Because the first part I played like when it came out, and I think it's already 4 years ago, 2020, I bought it when it came out. Yeah, I remember because it was the time when the Corona shit show started, and that game was a good companion for that dark time for us all. And yeah, 4 years. And I thought, before I get a new one, I play the first part again with slightly better graphics. And I haven't played the intermission part with Yuffie. And I started it yesterday. So I just wanna say my thoughts about the new game. Right now, I have been playing this for almost a year. Crisis Core, I've played this on the PSP, like 2008. That's 16 years ago. And it was a really good game. I loved that game. I love the story parts which you don't get in the original Final Fantasy VII. With Zack, I love Zack. I love the music, it's fantastic. The gameplay, Yeah, it's nothing special to me, but I like it. And so I got the you could call it remake, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, and I've playing this like from time to time, and it's good. One thing I don't like so much is that they gave a new voice to Zack. I really like the voice from the PSP part, but I'm getting used to it. And one thing I get a little bit annoyed, but I have to do them because like a obsession, how do you call it, OCD? All those goddamn side missions. I have done like 200 and it's all still like just 50%. And, yeah. But I have to do them. So, but I'm almost through the game. And yeah, I played it. And I don't know how many times in my life I've played the original Final Fantasy VII. 5 times, 6 times. The last time I think like the last time I played it was right before it came out completely again. And still a really good, awesome Final Fantasy game, awesome JRPG, awesome PlayStation game, awesome video game. And of course the graphics, it's from 1997 I think. Of course the graphics are not that great, but I don't care about graphics as long as the story and the gameplay and the music and everything is awesome. And yeah. And I played most of the Final Fantasy games in my life, and I like most of the other parts too. Of course, except for 13, this piece of shit. All new games I'm really interested in, or all new movies I'm interested in. I never watched any trailers. I stopped watching trailers for stuff I like or interested in like long time ago, because you get shown so much spoilers, places, like really plots which are really important, and I don't get it, so I didn't watch anything. I mean, I know it's plays after you leave Midgard in the first game, and I saw some random pictures because you can't escape it. I blocked all channels on YouTube or recommendations which showed me that, and because I don't want to see anything, I want to go totally fresh in it. I have a friend who got it right now and playing it, and I told him, please don't tell me anything. Why do you love Final Fantasy VII? Beside the nostalgia and that fact that it was my first 3D JRPG I ever played.
That's mind-blowing.
It's almost everything. It's like the story, it's the setting. You start in Midgard, this cyberpunk, steampunk city, mega city. You spend like a good chunk of the game there in the beginning, and then when you go out of it and into a whole world to explore, it was just awesome. The characters from Cloud to Barret to Tifa, the whole crew I really liked. I liked the villain, this guy here. Can you see him? Sephiroth. He was my favorite villain of all time at that time. He was just so intimidating, so cool. Even before we had like the Advent Children movies where we saw him in real action, or the Kingdom Hearts fight, secret boss fight. It's just the whole game just blew my mind at the time. The music, of course, the music, like always, Nobuo Uematsu with fantastic score. We did the music until part 10. I love almost every piece of that soundtrack. The gameplay, leveling up, finding secrets, all the different materia, the summons. I love the summons. When I finally found Knights of the Rounds, I had to use a guide for the Chocobo breeding. It was so awesome. Then there is that scene, like almost everybody in games since 20-30 years knows about it, even if they didn't play Final Fantasy VII and don't like those games. The scene with Ares. I don't know, it's just... there's a reason why I played it like the original like 5 times, 6 times in my life. Now I'm playing the remake again. As I said, played Crisis Core on PSP, now on PlayStation 5 again. So I'm really looking forward to part 2 of the remake. And the remake, what I think about the remake, I played it and it was too awesome. I was looking forward. I saw the first E3 trailer like 2006 or something, I don't correctly know, where you first saw the scene, the cutscene, and they say there's maybe a remake in doing, and I think it should be coming out for the PS3 or something. And it's, oh yes, one of my favorite video games, one of the best, or maybe the best Final Fantasy part. What do I wish from the second part of Final Fantasy VII Remake? Of course, the amazing, huge overworld, I hope huge. I want to discover all the villages I know, maybe some new places which weren't in the first original game. Of course, I want to see the reiterations of the music. I know I will love when I go first time to Cosmo Canyon. I'm pretty sure it will be blowing my mind, I'm so sure. And amazing graphics, amazing battles. I want to play with Red, with Vincent, with Yuffie, all the characters. I hope there will be the whole crew. And I want to see how they did Sephiroth, all the iconic scenes with Aerith, Sephiroth, all the locations, the dungeons, the villages, how the monsters I know, the bosses look. There's so much they can do. How they did Gold Saucer. First time going to Gold Saucer in the remake. This will be, as Cosmo Canyon, so fantastic. I'm looking forward to it so much. I really hope all these parts are in the second part. That it will high up the original game, which was already awesome, and that it makes it even more awesome. I hope that I will have a lot of fun, and so much fun like I had with the original, with Crisis Core and with the remake. Integrate I haven't played until now, the Yuffie part, but soon. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, Rebirth. I'm just really looking forward to it, and soon I will experience it for the first time, and I will really looking forward to it.